Okay, so for the first card in the Sun position for Pisces, we have the Ten of Swords. This card represents painful endings, loss, some sort of crisis where maybe there's a falling out of a relationship and you have just reached a point of no return where the trust is lost, there is no reconciling, there is no repairing the bond, or maybe you just recently lost a job, recently had somebody stab you in the back, or just something happened where you are looking at the situation and you're like, yeah, this can't be repaired. This is it. The thing about that, though, is that the Ten of Swords, if you look closely at the card, it's not just representing the pain, but it is also representing the darkness, the darkest hour before dawn arrives. It's representing that pivotal moment where we realize and take the situation for what it is and decide to walk away and to accept their circumstances. The thing is what is crucial to when we see a card like this to help us not stay in this energy for very long is accepting the circumstances so that we can move on from them. Mourn, absolutely. You definitely should. If you're feeling negative feelings, this is not saying this is a card to stifle them down or anything like that. This is saying that there's validity to what you're feeling and it is part of the growth process. It's part of the transition process. It's part of the closing of one chapter to open another. And we all go through this. It's inevitable, it's unavoidable, and once we learn to accept it and to move through it and allow these circumstances to run their course, these phases in our life won't consume so much time. They won't take as long to transition through. Now, moving on to the moon placement for Pisces, we have the Page of Swords. This card is representative of an individual. Maybe this is yourself or a person that you interact with, someone close to you, someone around you, who has energy of just new ideas, who's curious, who wants to learn, who is open-minded and wants to broaden their horizons. Also, remember that the swords is associated with or are associated with words, with thoughts, ideas, and when we see this, it's a sign, whether you've been on the fence about something in particular, like maybe taking on a new project or learning something new, that you should definitely go for it. And you'll be better for it because you'll be satiating a curiosity that you have, or maybe that person around you has. Maybe someone wants to learn from you. Maybe there's someone you can learn from. And those type of relationships are synergistic and can grow into something even bigger than you imagined. So this card is resonating with you. Definitely take this energy and run with it. Just remember that the Page of Swords, you're a novice at this point. Don't beat yourself up for making mistakes, for not knowing it all, for not being able to get everything and learn everything at one go. The Page of Swords is an individual that understands that making mistakes is part of the process. So keep that in mind. Don't let your lack of knowledge or lack of understanding deter you from satiating that curiosity that you have, because you're going to find that once you give yourself the chance and the opportunity, that you can actually grow past that ignorance that you have and retain more knowledge and actually become wiser. And this can help you grow as a person. It can help you grow your talents, your skills, your abilities, and benefit you in the long run for other things that you want to pursue later on in life. You know, we kind of get these bits and pieces of things throughout life, and then there comes a moment where it all kind of falls into place and it makes sense. And this may be that point in time for you. that you may not understand where this is all leading you towards, but it's leading you towards something bigger. So you may not be able to see the big picture right now, but the Page of Swords is indicating that you're moving towards that bigger picture, and that energy is coming from a place of you moving into your purpose, so to speak. So definitely lean into this energy, and don't be afraid to make mistakes, because it's going to definitely benefit you, and you'll find that it's actually really fun. And you can really enjoy yourself when you decide to allow yourself to grow and experience and learn new things. So the Five of Cups is in the Pisces ascending placement. So about this card, this is a card that has to do with pessimism, with disappointment, with feeling loss or regret of some sort. The thing is about this picture is that this is all about perspective. So this person in the picture is looking at the 3 cups that have spilled over, but there are 2 cups behind them that are full, that they're not seeing, that they're not acknowledging. And when we see this Five of Cups card, it's a reminder that the way that we feel is connected to our perspective. It's connected to how we look at things. And you want to make sure that when you get to that point of pessimism, you get to that point of cynicism, that you start correcting those thoughts. That you start, when you have a negative thought or you're seeing yourself looking at things in a negative way, try to look for the positive in those situations, because you may find that those 3 cups that spilled over were full of poison, and the cups behind you are full of water, things that are going to replenish you and what you need. Sometimes we might find ourselves wanting to have something or some circumstances that we thought were for the best of us, and we thought that we wanted. But the thing is, too, is something I say all the time to myself, to my friends, and we say it back to each other, is rejection is divine protection. Sometimes things happen in a way that may give you a lot of disappointment and hurt feelings, but it's actually for your greater good. And you may not see or understand at that moment, at that point where you're standing in the situation, because hindsight's always 20/20, right? But when you move out of that situation and you find yourself shifting your perspective, you may be able to look around and see, oh, wow, okay, that's why that happened the way that it did. And you have that aha moment. So the Five of Cups energy is not an energy of you're doomed and it's all a wash and like everything is just terrible. A lot of people feel that way when they see this card, because it is a card associated with negative emotions. But the thing is that the Five of Cups plays as a reminder that we can either fall victim to our perception and our circumstances, or we can choose to see the best in it and make do with what we have. Rather than worrying about the 3 cups we've spilled over, we could be doing something with the 2 cups behind us. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for watching my channel and watching this video. I do encourage you to find out what your sun, moon, and rising placements are if you don't know what they are. And go through my videos and find your 3-card spread for your big 3. The cards do mean different things when they are in juxtaposition to each other. So don't be afraid to ask me questions in the comments, any concerns that you have, or maybe just, let me know what you think of this reading. I hope to see you back really soon, and that you subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can get notified every month that I post these videos, as well as other videos like my Stargazer report and other cool stuff. Thank you again, and I'll see you soon. Bye!